Here is a sketch of my early thoughts on AI, which I posted a year ago. My view has grown since I put these thoughts down, and I have a substantial working paper in development, and this might whet your appetite. I'm here to kindly remind you to dial it back with the whole "I'm a genius" routine. Just because you fed a 5-sentence prompt to an AI, and it spat out a country ballad or rock number in the style of Johnny Cash or Robert Plant, let's be real. It's not quite the same as Jonathan Cain of Journey writing "Don't Stop Believin" after a phone call from his dad pulled him out of depression. LLM Artificial Intelligence is a powerful and flexible tool, but it is not a substitute for the hand of human creativity. A creative mind amplified by LLM Artificial Intelligence yields wonderful works. A barren mind amplified by LLM Artificial Intelligence yields nothing of authentic value. A zero is a zero, a dud is a dud. The spark of insight from a painter, writer, composer, or sculptor fuels creativity, providing raw material that AI can shape or refine. But left on its own, an LLM Artificial Intelligence can at best produce an entertaining blend or grammatically sound imitation of the content humanity has already created. For instance, LLM Artificial Intelligence has yet to show any sign of inventing a genuinely new musical genre. Companies like Suno or Udio, for example, generate music in response to text prompts, but only within established traditions like hip-hop, rock, or country. Guard your authentic wellspring of true originality from becoming just fodder for the idea mill that is all that AI large language models amount to. Let's not be forever bound to the limits of our collective imagination's past achievements. Some suggest that improving AI's reasoning abilities could foster greater innovation. This is where the undoubtedly highly intelligent corporate gurus of AI show just how much they are lost without philosophy. A reasoning enhancement, if it were actually such, merely enables AI to connect pre-existing propositions using rules of inference. As John Stuart Mill noted, the conclusion of a deductive argument is already implicit in its premises, demonstrating that deduction itself lacks true creativity. For example, the classic syllogism, "All humans are mortal, Socrates is human, therefore Socrates is mortal," reveals nothing beyond what was already contained in its premises. While such deductions can yield surprising implications, as in the case of "anything made of carbon burns in oxygen, diamonds are made of carbon, therefore diamonds burn," this surprise stems from our unawareness of what we implicitly knew, not the generation of new knowledge. Similarly, AI might produce surprising combinations of human-created ideas, but these would not constitute genuine creativity, as they derive solely from existing inputs. I am not denying the wonderful use of AI in exploring systematically what we already know by, for example, combining current biological or geometrical axioms and inferring unsuspected patterns or relationships from them. New drugs, geometric theorems, and materials have certainly been discovered through this approach. However, this is the result of educated guessing, governed by the rules of deduction and other parameters we humans have programmed into the AI, rather than truly novel conjectures that go beyond the scope of deduction. Philosophers such as William Whewell, Charles Peirce, and Popper argued that science requires bold imaginative leaps that surpass the limits of established premises. I apply this concept to creativity itself. Regardless of the size of an AI's dataset, it remains fundamentally human-made and thus limited to pre-existing knowledge. A Cézanne painting, a Rembrandt masterpiece, or a composition by Mozart, Hendrix, or Robert Fripp is not merely an imitation, derivation, or pastiche of earlier works, although they build upon such. While they may draw inspiration from their predecessors, they represent entirely new approaches to constructing melodies, harmonies, rhythms, or visual forms, offering novel ways of perceiving and experiencing the worlds of sound and sight that have meaning for humans.